Dumping a massive institutional order into the limit order book without a mathematical schedule is financial suicide. You don't just incur slippage, you broadcast your footprint, inviting predatory algorithms to front-run your entire alpha. This is the paradox of market impact. The faster you trade to minimize alpha decay, the more execution costs you bleed. To survive, we must formalize the Almgren-Chriss framework, translating trading urgency into a deterministic optimization problem. We begin by dissecting market impact into two orthogonal vectors, permanent impact and temporary impact. Permanent impact shifts the equilibrium price itself. It scales directly with our total order size, representing the information we leak. Let's formalize this. The asset price process S_T evolves as a stochastic random walk, heavily modified by our trading rate. Mathematically, S_T equals S_0 plus the Wiener process, plus the integral of our trading velocity g, v. Temporary impact, however, is a direct liquidity tax. It punishes our immediate aggression, temporarily dislocating the bid-ask spread. Your execution shortfall is the expectation of these combined costs, ruthlessly balanced against the variance of holding unexecuted risk. Under the continuous time Almgren-Chriss assumption, this yields a beautiful, smooth execution trajectory. But here is the brutal reality: the limit order book is not a continuous, frictionless fluid. It is a discrete, chaotic battleground. When liquidity vanishes in microseconds, this theoretical trajectory completely shatters, leaving our smart order router completely blind. To survive the discrete chaos of the order book, we must abandon the illusion of continuous trading. The solution is a strict two-tier architecture. We systematically decouple macro-scheduling from micro-routing. The macro-scheduler discretizes the theoretical Almgren-Chriss trajectory into fixed temporal bins. Let's formalize this. The shares to execute in interval k, denoted as n_k, is the absolute difference in inventory. Mathematically, n_k equals x_k minus x_k plus 1. This transforms a continuous curve into a rigid execution mandate. Here is the C++ architecture for the macro scheduler. We precompute the optimal trajectory matrix before runtime. By iterating through the time horizon, we calculate the exact decay factors using hyperbolic sine functions. This deterministic array of child orders is then fed directly into the microrouter. The microrouter's sole objective is to execute these exact shares within the time bin, minimizing spread costs. It achieves this by posting passive limit orders, intending to capture the bid-ask spread rather than crossing it. But here is the fatal flaw in this naive routing logic. What happens when a sudden toxic sweep moves the price aggressively away from your passive limit order? Your order is orphaned in the queue. You suffer severe adverse selection, missing the bin's target, and blowing up the schedule. Adverse selection leaves our passive orders orphaned, completely derailing the macroscheduler's rigid timeline. To fix this, the microrouter must dynamically adapt its aggression based on the core Almgren-Chriss objective function. We must minimize the expected shortfall, mathematically expressed as the expectation of execution costs plus a risk penalty. The objective function is strictly defined, minimize E of x, plus lambda multiplied by the variance of x. Here, lambda represents our absolute risk aversion. It dictates how violently the algorithm reacts to falling behind schedule. If an order is orphaned, the variance risk explodes. The router must immediately cross the spread to catch up. Let's translate this mathematical objective function into a dynamic routing engine using Python. We calculate an urgency score by comparing the real-time executed shares against the macroscheduler's theoretical target. If this deviation, amplified by our lambda threshold, exceeds the safety limit, the engine shifts state. It automatically cancels the passive limit orders and fires aggressive market orders to consume liquidity. This mathematical bridge ensures we never miss our time bins, seemingly neutralizing the risk of orphaned orders. However, this elegant framework relies on a devastating, naive mathematical assumption. It fundamentally assumes that market volatility and liquidity remain perfectly constant throughout the execution horizon. In a live market flash crash, volatility spikes exponentially while liquidity simultaneously vanishes into thin air. Under these conditions, a static lambda parameter becomes a lethal weapon against your own portfolio. It will force the router to aggressively cross impossibly wide spreads, incinerating your capital in milliseconds. A static risk aversion parameter is suicidal in a regime-shifting market. We must make lambda dynamic. To prevent capital incineration during a volatility spike, lambda must adapt continuously to the microstructure. Mathematically, the real-time lambda scales exponentially with the observed market volatility, denoted by sigma. This transforms our static macroscheduler into an adaptive engine, tightly coupled with the smart order router. The architecture now requires a real-time feedback loop. The SR feeds live volatility metrics back to the scheduler. Let's look at the Python integration connecting the scheduler directly to the SR execution engine. The engine constantly ingests order book data, calculating the variance over a rolling microsecond window. It recalibrates the urgency threshold on the fly. If volatility explodes, it gracefully slows down execution. It dynamically switches routing logic, ensuring you are never forced to cross maliciously widened spreads. This adaptive SR framework is mathematically robust. But it assumes all liquidity resides in a single venue. In reality, modern market liquidity is brutally fragmented across dozens of lit exchanges and dark pools. When your SR splits a massive order across exchange A and exchange B, microscopic network latency becomes your enemy. If exchange A is physically closer, your order hits there first, broadcasting a toxic footprint to the public tape. Predatory high-frequency trading firms detect this print. They immediately cancel their passive liquidity on exchange B. By the time your second order leg arrives at exchange B, the liquidity has vanished. You have been perfectly front-run. Latency arbitrage exploits a critical mathematical blind spot. Our previous framework treated all liquidity venues as fundamentally identical. To survive a fragmented ecosystem, we must abandon the use of a single scalar for risk aversion. We must expand Almgren-Chriss by calibrating a multidimensional risk vector, explicitly modeling the dynamics of every single venue. Let's formulate the venue-specific risk objective. We introduce tau to represent historical Q toxicity, and L for the venue's physical latency. The new variance penalty is a vector dot product. We severely penalize venues where toxicity and latency create a high probability of front-running. To find the optimal risk aversion for each exchange, we calibrate these parameters using maximum likelihood estimation on historical tick data. Here is the quantitative calibration architecture in Python. We ingest petabytes of historical limit order book data. We define our custom log likelihood function, mapping historical execution slippage to our toxicity parameters. Using the LBFGSB optimization algorithm, we continuously solve for the optimal lambda vector that minimizes historical shortfall. Our smart order router now dynamically balances the order size across venues, actively starving the predatory dark pools. This mathematical calibration neutralizes standard latency arbitrage. But it harbors a devastating, hidden assumption. This entire calibration engine is strictly backward-looking. It assumes the future microstructure will perfectly mirror the past. When a sudden macroeconomic shock hits, or an unprecedented black swan event occurs, historical covariance matrices instantly shatter. In a true non-stationary regime shift, your historically calibrated risk parameters become completely disconnected from reality. Your algorithm will confidently optimize its execution based on ghosts of the past, bleeding alpha until the portfolio is forcefully liquidated. Historical covariance matrices are utterly useless during a black swan. When the regime shifts, backward-looking models guarantee forced liquidation. To survive an unprecedented market shock, we must discard deterministic optimization and embrace stochastic volatility models. We synthesize the execution logic with the Heston model, generating thousands of forward-looking probability paths via Monte Carlo simulation. Let's define the continuous time stochastic differential equations. The asset price process is driven by a variance parameter that is itself stochastic. This captures the reality of volatility clustering and sudden liquidity vacuums, removing our reliance on static historical means. We translate this mathematics into a Python simulation engine. For every execution interval, we project a massive array of potential market states. By generating 10,000 discrete paths, the macroscheduler calculates the execution shortfall across a full probability distribution. The engine dynamically selects the trajectory that minimizes tail risk at the 99th percentile, avoiding total portfolio blowups. Watch how the simulated trajectories fan out, representing the chaotic uncertainty of a live limit order book. The optimal execution path is no longer a single naive curve, but a robust vector cutting through maximum variance density. But here is the final, inescapable architectural bottleneck of software-based algorithmic trading. Running 10,000 Monte Carlo paths in Python, or even optimized C++, requires hundreds of milliseconds of compute time. While your CPU is crunching floating-point mathematics, high-frequency trading algorithms have already drained the liquidity pool. To compute stochastic volatility in nanoseconds, you must abandon software entirely and synthesize this math directly into silicon. Software architectures process instructions sequentially, creating a catastrophic 450 millisecond compute bottleneck. To survive, we must bypass the CPU entirely and synthesize our stochastic differential equations directly into silicon. Using field programmable gate arrays, or FPGAs, we spatially unroll the Monte Carlo simulation across thousands of hardware logic gates. Instead of executing loops over time, the FPGA computes all 10,000 probability paths simultaneously in parallel. Here is the high-level synthesis C++ code, forcing the compiler to pipeline the variance calculations directly into physical DSP slices. The unroll pragma replicates the compute kernel physically, trading silicon area for extreme latency reduction. This hardware acceleration compresses our compute latency from hundreds of milliseconds down to 450 nanoseconds. We have successfully bridged the time horizons. The macroscheduler's long-term mathematical elegance now operates at the microrouter's hardware speed. But as we deploy this silicon beast into live markets, we hit a devastating architectural wall. Hardware logic is extremely rigid. It mathematically processes structured limit order book data with flawless precision. However, it is completely blind to unstructured, high-dimensional market context. When a macroeconomic shock or geopolitical event hits the news wires, human panic drains the liquidity pools instantly. This happens seconds before the order book registers the tick data. Your perfectly accelerated silicon router will execute flawlessly optimized math based on an outdated, false reality. To anticipate these nonlinear regime shifts, pure mathematics is no longer enough. We must introduce deep learning inference. Thank you for joining this masterclass. If you want to survive in the algorithmic trenches, subscribe to the Omnicast network. Like this video, share it with your quant team, and stay rigorous.